Today we're going to talk about figurative language and specifically adages and proverbs. An adage is a saying that expresses an idea that's agreed upon. An example of that would be the adage, better safe than sorry. Let's think about that adage for a minute. What do you think better safe than sorry means? The adage, better safe than sorry, means that it's wiser to be cautious or to be careful to protect yourself. Another adage that you've probably heard is don't judge a book by its cover. Have you heard this one? If not, think about it. What do you think that they mean when they say, don't judge a book by its cover? This adage means that you shouldn't judge something by the way that it looks on the outside. And it's not different than when we think about when we just meet someone new. We shouldn't judge them by the way that they look or the clothes that they wear. Now let's talk about proverbs. A proverb is an expression that reflects common sense and offers advice. An example you might have heard of a proverb is the proverb, a watched pot never boils. Have you heard of this before? Think about it, and what do you think that it might mean? I'm going to give you a minute. This proverb just means that time seems to move more slowly when you're anticipating or waiting for something. On page 75, we have Adages and Proverbs, and we are choosing a word from our word box at the top to complete each adage or proverb, and then on the second line, we're going to write what the meaning is. Number 1 says, it's better to give than to, and it's going to be receive. So you can go ahead and circle receive. And on our first line, we're going to write receive. R-E-C-E-I-V-E. Receive. And we have to stop and think about, what do you think it means? It's better to give than to receive. And this one has an almost literal meaning in that it means that it's better to give things or do things for others than it is to get things or have somebody do them for you. Most of the time, for people, when we give and we see others' gratitude, it gives us a better sense of self-worth and positive feelings than when we receive. I had to type that one in because there's no way I was going to fit it on the line. I'm going to go ahead and look at number 2 with you. A blank is as good as a rest. And when we see that, it's a change is as good as a rest. And if you've ever noticed in your life that you've been feeling kind of in a funk, or even in school when you're struggling with something, sometimes changing what you're doing helps you to refocus and refresh so that when you come back to that task, you come with a better mindset where you might be more easily able to figure out or deal with the issue that you're struggling with. So sometimes a change is as good as a rest. And I typed that one in for you to get to see as well. I have for you to work on numbers 3 through 10 on your own. You can pause the video here and then continue on when you are ready. Page 76, we're working on more vowel sounds plus an R. And this one, it says, write the basic word that best completes each group. We are not doing the challenge today, so you can go ahead and put a line through your challenge. And we have the words wiggle and shake. And we have to look in our basic words and figure out what word belongs in the word family with wiggle and shake. We would walk through our words here, and I'm going to go right down to twirl. Sounds something that might be, but it doesn't quite fit for me. So I'm going to continue on down, and I see the word squirm, and squirm seems to fit that as well. And I'm going to go through and make sure there's nothing else that I think would fit. And then if I looked at twirl, which would mean to spin, and then I see wiggle and shake, and then I look at the word squirm, I'm going to say that squirm is a better fit for me, so I'm going to use the word squirm. S-Q-U-I-R-M. Squirm. Number 2 says to pray or to meditate. Again, I'm going to go through my words here, and I'm going to figure out which word goes with pray and meditate. And I'm going to go all the way down to number 17, the word worship. Worship is in the same family as pray or meditate. Worship, W-O-R-S-H-I-P, worship. Number 3, tired or exhausted. I'm going to look through my words, and I saw this one as I was traveling through on the last one, and that's the word weary. When we're weary, we're exhausted. We often are weary after long travel. W-E-A-R-Y, weary. You can continue on and finish numbers 4 through 11 on your own. When you've completed both pages, please take pictures of your work, attach them, and turn them in on Teams. Thank you.